Your ring finger, move your little finger, squeeze like a sponge on the harder side, and do it regular, not in rhythm with your seat,
right,
but in a separate rhythm of all its own. Because when you start doing things too rhythmically, then they start swinging rhythmically. They look like they're going. Yeah, stay behind them, that's it. It's like you're posting out of the rumble seat. Do you know what a rumble seat is?
She might not.
It's like you're coming from way far back. It's like you make yourself wait for him to take a step out in front of you before you catch up with him. That a girl. See, because it helps his balance too. Those horses are going crazy.
Yeah, I don't know
out
what's
there.
going on out there.
I don't know.
We got horses on the run in the pasture, just so
Yeah.
you're aware.
Yeah. Yeah. They're finding this, and don't pull too much on the inside rein to turn. And now you get your upper left leg in. Both hands to the left. Or if he doesn't want to bend to the left, and you got to get his belly over there, you can also get his shoulder over there by taking both hands to the outside momentarily. Like you open it to keep him out on the circle with your right rein, and then go back to good.
Oh.
Don't lean forward, yeah. Shove him from your seat both. Remember, forward is from your seat, and not so much kicking him with your leg. Because later you're going to use those legs like vice grips, and that makes a little much.
Metaphorical vice.
Yeah, metaphorical vice grips. And you want to have them go up and down on the spot from that. It's really logical, since so many times horses get behind the leg from overuse of the leg, Pretty soon it means nothing to them except I'm going the other way. I'm not going forward from it. I'm sucking back within myself. Well, if you want something done on the spot, what better way to get it than with lower leg, Good. There, now he's now starting to articulate the joints of the hind leg. Good. Push him forward, push him forward. Always a little bit more than he wants to go. Now sit, and if you want a leg yield, just talk to him with the right rein just to keep his face as straight as possible, and then you move him over. If he won't listen,
Wait to your right.
yeah, don't lean to the inside, because then you're pushing him, and later when you change the bend, he's not going to want to go into it when you wait that inside. So you always want to just stay in the middle. These are baby aids, so you can stay in the middle. Don't make it too complicated. Just, boot him in the slats. I mean, it's basically...
Tell him, this is what I want.
Exactly. If he doesn't listen, kick him with that outside leg back. Yeah, well, it's the inside leg back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Inside of the bend. I know we should say inside and outside. It's hard because sometimes it's the inside and the outside of the arena that I think of. Good. Keep them together, push them out to your hand. And if he does go too deep, then your lower leg can come on and you can touch him with your heel or spur and bring his head up and then flex him again. So when you do that though, make sure you allow him to go up by, not throwing him away, but at least releasing a little bit, so there's nothing that he's going, well, you're kicking me and you're pulling on me all at the same time.
What do you want?
You can catch him again fast enough later. We still want forward. There's nothing worse than ruining a horse's forward. That's what happens to all those fancy horses that nobody can sit, and then pretty soon you look at them a few years later and you go, I used to think that was a fancy mover.
Yeah.
Well, he was at one time. That's what we're trying to maintain with dressage, is the biggest movement possible, the most efficient use of the horse. Bring him up again, Don't let it get too deep or around. So that's, then your legs can come on, then you can sit in really strong. It's like bearing down, like you don't want to let yourself bounce.
She got a leg yield. Yeah.
Good. Very good leg yield that time.
Talking and sporting.
Yeah, good. Good.
Good.
Good. Now that's fine. You know, your leg is, you know, he wanted to come up from it. Good, that's all right.
Nice.
So if you really resist going to one side or the other, put that leg on at the same time you take a half out on that rein, the same side. It all comes together. And then you release together so they can go there. Because he has to gain as much forward as he does sideways. So you ask for sideways, but if you hold it too much, too long,
They suck to
you
the
get
wall.
these little, you know,
Yeah. Or they just go
little
whoop
tiny
over to the
steps,
wall.
or you know what the Western people call a side pass.
Yeah.
They go directly straight sideways.
You want sideways? I'll give you
Yeah,
sideways.
exactly. We want half sideways, half forward. And if he goes for, yeah, don't lean forward. Stay back. Make sure that you know, yeah. You look so much better when you do that too.
Seat.
Yes. Your seat gets much more efficient and active and effective.
I'm jealous of her core.
I know she has a good core.
Yeah.
Really good. She has, you know, nice and
Got that tension.
yeah, the tension and the good
The wire.
yeah, the wire. Exactly. No wonder those people that came over here had these small words for him.
Yeah.
His English, they gotta say 10 words for what we say in one.
Well, the Germans, they
Yeah,
just
but
put
those words were
they put 10 words into one word.
into one word.
Yeah.
18, 20 letters long each.
Oh, pretty.
Nice, very nice. Do you feel that? He's really springing along nicely. You're sitting really nicely. You just bend your elbows. You still talk to him. So, in other words, don't let it get too, I won't do anything to you if you don't do anything to me. You know what I mean? You kind of have to still ride, even when he gets really good. It's just a little less riding. It's just a little tinier talking. That a girl, and push him out more. If he gives you something, say,
Yeah.
fine, let's do a little more, but don't throw him away. Don't throw him away. Because for him to have a really big and lofty stride that grabs air, you have to have some contact. Otherwise, they just fall on the forehand. And that was another light bulb moment for me when I went and dropped a horse that did an extended trot.
Well, and he went endo.
And then, a total somersault. Thought I was dead. Don't you know?
No, that was a lightning. It's been a lightning bulb for me too
Yeah.
in the trot to have my hands up to help with the balance
Absolutely.
in the extension.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when you raise your hands into that?
Well, you sit
Your seat
deeper.
goes
Yeah.
down. The more your hands go up, the more your seat goes down. The more you stay there where you want to be.
And the hands help keep the horse's head up.
And I'm not saying I want you riding around, you know,